Showtime in the game. True ballers. No.
And an opportunity for these guys to get loose, find the range. We're almost at game time, folks. Welcome to a special edition of Sunday Night Basketball here on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Miami Heat. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Ali LaForce, our reporter. So a look at our starters for the Heat. They've got Bam Adebayo, Mitchell out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the center position. And for the Timberwolves, Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Then it's Julius Randle, and it's Garza in at the center position. Grant, when you talk about these two teams tonight, I think it's fair to expect a barrage of three-point shooting.
Oh, for sure, B.A. That's the usual game plan from both sides. It's going to be raining threes here tonight. And if they're falling, it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
Here we go. It'll be the Heat off the tip. And MP said he wanted to outplay every player in his rookie class. Easy to say, much harder to do.
We know full well how much hype there was behind MP coming into this league. And he was bold to suggest in public that he wants to be the best in his rookie class. And so far, MP hasn't let us down one bit. He's been electrifying and living up to his word.
Hero outside. Has to Ware. Now here's Mitchell. Adebayo sets a screen. Just 4 to shoot. And that one's good. Mitchell for 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Prez. It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Prez. Launches it. Miami grabs the miss. This game against Minnesota is the first time they've met this year. Edwards against Hero. Adebayo with it. Wiggins right side. Now here's Adebayo. 35 points his last game. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. But Doris, if you're a Wolves fan, you really have to enjoy the present.
Well, think about it. 56 and 26 last year. Their second best record ever. A 3 seed in the West. Also their second best ever. As long as they have the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, that team should be a factor in the West.
The first one falls. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Now Wiggins in the game against Denver. Very impressive. Fires the 3. Kept alive. Three-pointer. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist.
Yeah, still working on consistency from range, but improved shot mechanics for Andrew Wiggins.
To win the run, here's Prez. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
Now here's Hero. Has to Ware. On the wing, Mitchell. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Prez. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
So he gets them both. Miami leading by 3. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim, he can defend in isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Prez. In the game against Portland, very impressive. Fades back. The rebound by Wiggins.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
Pass to Hero. The 3. Out to the right wing. Good. And the assist goes to Adebayo.
And those jumpers inside the line, I mean, they're layups for a guy like Hero.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. All right, now that we have a break, let's take a look at which teams capitalized from the line last season. 5th on the list, Miami.
Yeah, they were incredibly accurate on free throws last season. They are an organization that doesn't neglect an important part of the game.
Here's Prez. to Garza, right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Prez, that's good. Prez has got 6.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Wiggins outside. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. Randall with some nice D.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Pass to Garza. Here's Prez. Check by Mitchell. McDaniels passes to Prez. To the paint. Here's Edwards. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. Heat leading by 3. Hero outside. They set the screen from downtown. That doesn't go either for Hero.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Prez. Check by Mitchell. Here's Prez. Here's Garza. They shoot again. And he takes it up and lays it in.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Now here's Adebayo. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And the shot goes.
Smooth shot by Hero. Notice how he doesn't rush himself.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Prez. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Wiggins. Garza grabs the board. Garza's got 4 rebounds now. To the inside. And he dunks it down.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive. No question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Here's Adebayo. Following the score by Minnesota. Pure from 3-point range.
Yeah, Adebayo getting it done from downtown.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Minnesota. They've been playing excellent team basketball. 9 wins in a row.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
Robinson, he's checked in for Miami. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 11 so far. With the drive, boom, he jams it straight down.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Now here's Hero. He's got 5. Pass to Adebayo. Hero on the wing. And so the ball out of bounds. Hero touched it last. Terry Rozier, he's checked in for Hero. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 16-7 run. Edwards, the pass to Prez. Randall on the screen. Here's Prez. Good D by Adebayo. Miami trailing. And he's going for the lob. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. fast break. Here we go. Up the floor. Prez, the pass to Edwards. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Robinson. And for the Heat, they're shooting just 36% here in the first quarter. Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
Now here's Randall. He's scoreless.
Are you serious? That is some power from the point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Heat trail by 4. Rozier, the pass to Robinson. Here's Ware. Wiggins outside. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Wiggins. 4-3. Prez grabs the board.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Outside Edwards. Here's Prez. He's got 16. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Edwards. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Minnesota with some changes. Ingles, he's checked in for Garza. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And Conley subbed in for Anthony Edwards. Now here's Robinson. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Prez. Pass to Conley. Fires from deep. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Adebayo against Randall. 14 feet away. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Here's Prez. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
That's his first foul. Terry Rozier, he's checked in for Miami. Adebayo, a screen on Conley. Rozier, the pass to Jovic. Shot clock at 5. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Nickeil Alexander-Walker picks one up. Year after, and they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after
the previous play is under review.
A lot of these calls, but at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Kevin Love's checked in for Miami. Hero comes in for Rozier. And if you want to know which players had the most success from distance last season, here they are. Mike Conley, third.
He shot with nearly unmatched confidence from the arc last year, and the numbers and his position on this list clearly reflect that.
First one falls for him.
Well, Kyle Anderson is 6'9", and so you think forward, but the fact is he's a great passer. This guy's so unique in what he brings to the game.
He's off on the second. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
And it's the Heat with the ball. Following the score by Minnesota. Robinson on the wing. Gets the 3 ball to go. Robinson's got 5 now.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
Pass to Prez. And he slams it in one-handed.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Anderson passes to Love. Inside, Hero nails the baby hook. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Here's Prez. The kick out to Conley. Uses the glass on the layup. Conley's gotten his second bucket.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
Here's Hero. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Randall's got his 5th rebound in this one. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Prez. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Hero with it. 7 points in the game. The 3 is up. On target from range.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And so it's Minnesota closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now? By and large, they're taking great shots. Back to the game after this break. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce, and boy, once they get...
The Timberwolves lead by 7. Here's Prez. Pass to Edwards. Let's go with a 3. Anthony Edwards rains one in.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
And here's Love. Now Hero. Here's the 3. Prez grabs the board. Prez has got 5 rebounds in the game.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And that one's good.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Robinson passes to Jovic. Hero for 3. Nails it from 3. Hero's got 5 points in the quarter.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Takes it inside.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Heat trail by 11. Pass to Love. Hero outside. There's a screen by Love. Hero no good. Minnesota has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Prez, the pass to Garza. It's stolen by Love. Outside, Anderson. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points.
From a scoring standpoint, this is where Kyle Anderson makes his living, in that painted area.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Here's Prez. And he's got 28 now. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Love grabs the miss. Heat trail by 9. Here's Hero going inside. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Yeah, and this is why Hero was a lottery pick back in 2019, because of how incredible of a scorer he can be.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds. And this is what the schedule looks like for Miami. On Tuesday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Detroit to take on the Pistons. Then on Friday, they'll go up against the Pacers in Indiana.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
Now here's Hero. 17 points in the game over McDaniels. Hero with the bucket. And now just a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got 4 rebounds now. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Graham, when you talk about consistency in officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Minot's checked in for Garza. Here's Prez. Pass to Minot. Here's Prez. There's the triple. Another miss by Minnesota. The Heat on offense. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Outside Mitchell. There's a screen. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Mitchell's got 5 points. Here's Prez. Checked by Mitchell. From behind the arc. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Now this is where the tremendous motor that Randall plays with helps him get rebounds.
And here's Hero. Give him 20. Anderson with a screen. Now here's Hero. Outside Anderson. Minnesota with a rebound. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
An incredible fourth quarter response. It showed this team's...
Oh, okay then.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Miami. They trail by 6. It's off to Detroit after this game, where they will face the Pistons. And that'll be game 4 of this 6-game stretch on the road. The shake. Prez grabs the board. Prez has got rebound number 8 now.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Pass to Edwards. Puts up a 3. Sinks the tray. And now a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
2 trays now in the second quarter after he hit one in the first.
Miami has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Edwards against Hero. Anderson with a screen on Edwards. Here's Hero, and he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, maybe he's not a high flyer, but Hero still loves to finish with power.
The Timberwolves lead by 7. Here's Prez. 28 points for him. The kick out to Edwards. Here's Prez. Checked by Mitchell. Here's Minot. And the 3 off target. Heat trail by 7. Hero outside. Pass to Ware. Now here's Anderson. Hero outside. Lets the 3 fly. Drills it from deep. Hero's got 25 points.
A strong start, and if anything, he's gotten better in the second quarter.
Prez, the pass to McDaniels. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Oh, Mr. McDaniels with the response. How competitive is this guy?
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Well, poor rotations.
So that's the end of the first half. It's Minnesota up 9. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule. You know, maybe we should take a road trip, the 3 of us.
Yeah, if we're going on a road trip, I'm bringing my dogs.
Nah, what about that smell?
I don't think they'll mind it. Ouch. Wolves.
This has been a...
And that's a wrap on half.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Minnesota leading by 9. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Then it's Julius Randle, and it's Prez in at the point. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Ooh, talk about a way to deflate the team.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Minnesota's got 7 of their 16 3-point attempts to go in. Randle, pass to Prez. Randle on the screen. Down low. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
It seems to me Julius Randle improves every season, and the more responsibility he's given, it seems the better he performs.
Pass to Adebayo. And here's Hero. Takes the 3. Garza grabs the board.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Prez. Checked by Mitchell. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Heat trail by 14. Pass to Adebayo. To the inside. And Mitchell with the slam.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
They set the pick. Prez, the pass to Edwards. 11 feet out. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, BA, when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
And stolen by Adebayo. To the paint. Here's Hero. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Jaden McDaniels picks one up.
Yeah, you can't fall for the pump fake if you're the defense, because Hero will go into the contact every time.
Miami shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And that one falls for Hero.
Now, you talk about player development. In a few short seasons, Hero became a true offensive weapon, someone who can hurt you in so many ways.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Timberwolves lead by 9. Here's Prez. Given 30. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And this kind of sixth slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, BA.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. On the wing, Mitchell. Again, the Heat misses.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Edwards, the pass to Prez. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in this game. And that one misses. And the Heat making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Good on the second one. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Ware. Robinson for 3. Fires in the triple. Robinson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Here's Prez. Rebound Miami.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half. Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
The first free throw is good. Doris, this has been a good few years for teams from small markets, don't you think?
I certainly do, Brian. I mean, think about some of the most exciting players we have in the league. They're young, but they are captivating. Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in Oklahoma City. Giannis has been in Milwaukee his entire career. The list goes on.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
They grab their own miss. Outside for Randall. Randall, a screen on Hero. Prez, the pass to Randall. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It goes on Bam Adebayo. This will be his 2nd trip to the free throw line in this one. And Randall, no good on that one.
Their lead could be even bigger right now, but their efficiency from the line has dropped off a little.
Hero for three. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. And it's a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Hero outside. The three ball. McDaniels with the rebound.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
Pass to Prez. Randall is screen on Hero. Here's Prez. He's guarded by Hero. Prez, the pass to Randall. Got it. Randall's got 9 points.
That's Julius Randle in pick-and-roll action, being decisive and having the skill set necessary to score it.
Outside Robinson. Now here's Hero. He's covered closely. Drops in the layup for 2. Hero's got 6 points in the quarter.
Rising to the challenge. He's given them everything he's got.
Here's Prez. He's guarded by Hero. Out left to the wing. Here's Prez. Sends it home from three-point land. Prez has got 36 points.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Here's Hero. And, yep, it's good.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Outside McDaniels. Here's Prez. He's guarded by Hero. Here's Prez. No good on the triple. Heat trail by 13. Now Robinson. Give him 8 points now. Here's Ware. Pass to Hero. And he drives in.
He saw the lane and he drew the whistle. Hero banging through.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
Minot's checked in for Minnesota. Dillingham comes in for Julius Randle. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Ryan, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. Fires it. They get the rebound. Anderson. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Anderson's got 5 now.
Yeah, Kyle Anderson is the very definition of a guy willing to do the dirty work.
Here's Prez. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Here's Hero. Got it from about 16 feet. Hero's got 40 points.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Here's Prez on the take, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
Outside Robinson. From deep. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Prez has got 9 rebounds in the game. Oh, he's getting it done. No good off the glass. Heat trail by 11. Outside, Anderson. It's Adebayo, high post. To the middle. Here's Hero. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Hero's got 42 in the game.
Yeah, just doing his part. Staying active and converting at a high rate.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
Shot is good by Edwards.
Every aspect of Anthony Edwards' game is on display. This guy has been cooking from the outset.
And Doris, you watch Anthony Edwards year to year. He just keeps reaching a new level.
He wants greatness badly. He's putting in the time, BA, to get there. Anthony Edwards, the shooting, the confidence, the leadership. Everything's growing. He's now producing like an MVP. Look out, everybody. Here he comes.
Here's Prez. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Hey, he's doing everything he can to keep them afloat.
Minnesota leading by 9. Here's Prez. He's got 42. The kick out to Edwards. Here's Dillingham. Pass to Prez. McDaniels, a screen on Hero. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's Prez. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
And so Hero will bring it up to the Miami Heat. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Jovic, he's checked in for Miami. Rozier comes in for Hero. And let's take this time to bring up the list of last season's elite shot blocking teams. 5th best, Minnesota.
They had the bodies and the energy needed to be a strong defensive team, and they made it hard for opponents to do damage.
With some changes. Kevin Love comes in for Adebayo. And Tyler Hero subbed in for Rozier. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. And it's Prez missing. Heat trail by 11. Setting the floor for the Heat. Tyler Hero is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And it's Jovic in at the 4.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Anderson passes to Jovic, and the layup falls. Jovic has gotten his first bucket of the night.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Prez, that's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
This guy has been unstoppable. It has not mattered at all what the defense throws at him. He's had an answer.
There's a screen by Love. Ooh, an open look for Hero. That's short off the rim.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Inside. Prez, that's good. Prez has got 49 in the game.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Robinson passes to Hero. No good from outside. Minnesota leading by 11. Here's Prez. Randall, a screen on Anderson. Prez. And a miss there on the triple. The Heat have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Hero, the pass to Robinson. Love with the ball. The three. Drops in the three. Love's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And Kevin Love knows his role so well. This guy is always looking to find space and spread the court with his ability to knock down shots.
Prez, that's good.
He's looked like a totally different player in the second half. That's his third triple.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Mitchell's checked in for Robinson. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen in on, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. That's tipped. And stolen by Edwards. Here's Shannon. Down low. Here's Prez. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Hero, no good. The Timberwolves lead by 13. Pass to Prez. Lets it go from deep. To the wing on the left. Five on the clock. Second shot opportunity. He gets it in there. Prez has got 56 in the game.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's Love. To the inside. Here's Mitchell. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. The Timberwolves have gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the fourth. Outside Edwards. From the arc. Sinks it from distance. Edwards got 10 points here in the second half.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Hero outside. Miami, no good that time either.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Edwards, no good. And so it's Mitchell who... brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. It's an 18-point game. Hero outside. Pass to Mitchell. Outside Love. Now Anderson. Beyond the arc. Counted from distance.
Great to see Anderson fire away with confidence. We don't always see that.
The Timberwolves lead by 15. Randall, a screen on Mitchell. Here's Prez, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Edwards against Hero. Here's Jovic. Hero outside. For three. Hits yet again. Wow.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise scoring record.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history. Randall, a screen on Mitchell. The kick out to Edwards. Over Hero. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Edwards got 5 points now in the quarter. Hero outside. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Randall's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. Here's Prez. Randall, a screen on Mitchell. Here's Prez. Pass to Garza to the wing, right side. There's a screen. Here's Prez. No good on the three. Heat trail by 16. Hero on the wing, guarded by Edwards. Now here's Mitchell. Defense is right there. 13 feet out. Garza grabs the board. Garza's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Here's Prez. Three-pointer off the mark.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Mitchell, the pass to Anderson. Now here's Love. Outside, Anderson. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two.
There's a herky-jerky movement to what Kyle Anderson does. So difficult to guard him without fouling.
The free throw drops for Anderson.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
McDaniels is checked in for Minnesota. And Anderson drops them both. Here's Prez. Miami grabs the miss. Hero outside. To the paint. Back to Adebayo. Pass to Hero. To the middle. Here's Wiggins. Oh, Wiggins with the silky touch at the rim.
Well, this guy can do it anytime he wants. Andrew Wiggins with broad shoulders to carry the load there.
Here's Prez. He's guarded by Hero. And it's Prez missing.
big rebound on a night where they haven't exactly controlled the glass.
From 11 feet away, and the shot's good by Wiggins.
Well, the mid-range game right now on point for Andrew Wiggins, doing work.
Here's Prez. Good! That's another bucket!
And it's 60 points again for him. Can't believe he's done it 3 times.
That's right. And now he's tied for the 3rd most 60-point games in a single campaign. Prez grabs the board. Minnesota leading by 12. From outside the arc. Knocks it down from distance.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Adebayo from long range.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Pass to Prez. And another one.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Here's Hero. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, you never want to send Hero to the line. Tyler's led the league in free throw shooting.
And that one falls. And the Timberwolves call time here. 1:16 left in the final quarter. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
And he knocks down the first one. Both teams. Minnesota calls time here. 52 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Timberwolves.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Prez.
Boy, I think you could pick about any area of this basketball game and feel like he excelled in it. He was a dominant figure at both ends of the floor and finishes with a triple-double. What an unbelievable performance.
Prez knocks down the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Another one falls. Amazing.
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. Lets it fly. That shot is off. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Even early on in this game, they appeared.
Huge moment on the show today as I am ready to unveil my ultimate NBA Dynasty rankings.
All right, I mean, it took you long enough.
Actually, he brought this up 2 weeks ago.
Finally, Toby says something useful.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, it would have taken me 20 minutes, but maybe that's because I know how to ball.
No one knows more than me, Russell,
Whatever.
about anything.
Ooh, that is patently false.
And you can patently shut it.
That doesn't make sense.
Maybe not, Toby. I'm not a book boy like you, but I am a knower of ball, and I am ready to unveil my dynasty list.
All right, just say it already. Do we need a drum roll?
All right, here we go. In reverse order, please hold your applause until the end. Number 9, Hakeem's Rockets.
I like that.
Seems
I
right,
like
yeah.
that.
Number 8, Isaiah's Bad.
They really thought they had a chance tonight. Son, you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say. This Portland crowd ain't ready for your flavor? Show 'em what's up. Get ready to light it up tonight.
experienced member will respond immediately. And from the arena from promotional giveaway at the you'll receive your very own Trailblazers workout outfit. The National Basketball Association and the Portland Trailblazers are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court.
Yo, what's good, MP?
Good, man.
Live, bro. I watch you. You got a mean bag. Keep going, bro.
Man, that's big time coming from you, man. I study your game.
I appreciate that. But remember, nothing in this league is given to you. You got to earn it. Trust me. I'm speaking from experience. Take your time.
All right, man. Well, look, I want to get that jersey from you after the game. What's up with that?
What I just tell you, you got to earn it, man. Oh, so you like to talk. That's a bet. Let's make something shake then.
You already know.
All right.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first matchup of the NBA Cup. There is a lot of excitement in this building tonight. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Then there's Prez. Then it's Randall. And it's Garza in at the center. And for the Trailblazers, the guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Andre Ayton out there with Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 3. And a little extra at stake tonight, as this is the first game of the NBA Cup group stage for each of these teams.
And both coaches want to get that first win under their belt. With only 4 games in this stage, the tournament doesn't give you much room for error. Here we go.
And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. And here's Sharp. Pass to Kamare. Outside, Avdia. The 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Avdia's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Trailblazers. Now here's Prez. Outside, Edwards. Here's Prez. Henderson defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Prez. That one good for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Henderson. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, sometimes you got to go in there and play big, and that's what Scoot did.
Randall outside. Pass to Prez. Randall with a screen for Prez. Henderson pulls it in. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 3-point game. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Great look, but off the mark.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots. Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Back to Henderson. Jacks up a 3. And rebounded by McDaniels.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Hey guys, well this year marked the loss of Blazers great, Hall of Famer, truly a one-of-one, Bill Walton. One of the greatest big men this league has ever seen, known for his incredible passing skills. And off the court, he was just as dedicated to assisting others and making the world a better place. Guys, there is no question Bill Walton will be missed.
His legacy carries on. For 3, Henderson. Henderson with another miss. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for Portland. Left side, Avdia. Ayton the screen. Now, here's Avdia. He's covered closely. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Here's Randall. Rebound by the Trailblazers. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
Yeah, but those are the games you can learn from. You see where you are now and where you need to get to. Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Here's Henderson. Capitalizes off the crossover. Henderson's got 6.
Well, Henderson utilizes the whole floor. He's just looking for the best shot he can get.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And now a chance to honor a player who has been on fire recently. His play has earned him Player of the Week in the West.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks. Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
That free throw good from Prez. How does the development, Greg, of role players affect the team?
It can be a major factor. Being able to fill the needs of a team, and that's what it's all about. A shot here, a block there, structural players, critical.
Pass to Ayton. Pulls up on the wing. And Henderson with the basket on the assist by Avdia. 8 points for him.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help them win a lot of games.
McDaniels finds Prez. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, if you have the killer instinct he showed there, it doesn't matter what the size disadvantage is.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Chauncey Billups.
Your team's main focus tonight? Well, it starts with All-Star Anthony Edwards. He said Ant is an incredible player. He's so physical. We have to throw multiple bodies at him. It's got to be a team effort to keep Edwards in check. An ambitious game plan. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful pitchers scoring on it.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?